The Hebrew word for angel is malach, which means messenger. You see, angels are messengers of God. They have no independent agency and no free will. And we see this hinted to in Psalm 103. Bless the Lord, his angels, those mighty in strength who perform his word to hearken to the voice of his word. This stands in stark contrast to Christian theology, which teaches that angels have their own free will, and that Satan, in fact, was an angel in rebellion against God. Even Satan doesn't have free will. He has to obey the commands of God. We see this very clearly in the first chapter of the book of Job, where the Satan goes to God and he gets parameters. He gets rules, instructions of how he may afflict Job. The word Satan, Hasatan in Hebrew, simply means the adversary. And it's a force that God sends to us to put challenges in our path, moral challenges, challenges that make us choose between good and evil. And the truth is, the Satan, as an agent of God, doesn't want us to fail. He's kind of like a personal trainer. He's there to stretch us, to challenge us, to help us reach our full potential as we build our spiritual muscles. Angels are single-minded creatures who don't have to contend with the drive toward evil. They stand in such awareness of God that it's impossible for them to sin, unlike human beings. And we actually see evidence of this in Genesis chapter 18, verse 5, where three angels come to Abraham in the guise of human beings. Abraham tells them, "And I will take a morsel of bread and sustain your hearts." Now, the word used for the angels' hearts is libchem, whereas when it comes to human beings throughout the Torah, we'll often see human beings' hearts referred to as levavchem with two bases. This alludes to the fact that human beings have two drives inside of them, one towards good and one towards the animalistic. While angels are motivated solely by their love of God and they stand in awe of him, human beings have to contend with these two forces that are fighting inside of us. That's why we're commanded in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5 to love God with all your heart. B'chol levavcha. We're commanded to take control of our most base desires and channel them into the service of God. You see, angels can't sin, and they can't reject God, but we can. And therefore, we are also given the ability to actively choose God. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to take control of our base desires, to harness them, to saddle them like a horse, and to use them in our servitude, to serve God. And when we do so, that makes us even greater than the angels.